My sister got pregnant from my BF and tried to hide it, but I exposed them in front of our family. I found out by accident. Wasn't snooping. I needed nail glue, and my sister always has backup in her bathroom drawer. That's all I was looking for. But I opened the wrong one and saw a folded up paper that said ultrasound report across the top. I almost put it back without reading it, but then I saw her name. Not a friend's. Not some rando's. Hers. I opened it. She was 12 weeks along. Due in a few months. No one had said a word. I didn't take a picture. I didn't confront her. I put it back and walked out. Acted like I didn't see anything. She was in the kitchen 10 minutes later asking me if I wanted iced coffee. I said yeah. She made it with almond milk like always. I drank it. I smiled. I left. I went home and sat on the couch next to my boyfriend. He was watching some game. I don't even remember which one. I watched him scroll through his phone like nothing was happening. Like everything was normal. I waited. A week passed. She still hadn't told anyone. Still posting her usual selfies. Still acting like she was on some fitness journey. Nothing about a pregnancy. No hint. I checked her calendar. We share the family one because we used to plan events together. There it was, an appointment labeled prenatal consult. In the notes, my boyfriend's name. Full name. Spelled out. I stared at the screen for maybe 5 minutes. That was the moment I stopped giving them the benefit of the doubt. He wasn't some guy who made a mistake. She wasn't confused. This had been going on. He knew. She knew. I didn't. The funny part is that I didn't even react. I just closed the app, got up, and started making dinner. Didn't mention it to anyone. Didn't tell my friends. Didn't cry or scream or throw my phone. I didn't even block them. I wasn't ready to explode. I was ready to let it build. So I kept playing along. He texted me goodnight. She sent me memes. I answered like always. Pretended I hadn't seen anything. That way they'd stay sloppy. And they did. One night she asked me if I was bringing him to my dad's retirement party. I said, of course. She smiled and said, cool, like it didn't mean anything. Like it wouldn't be awkward at all to sit across from your sister while carrying her boyfriend's baby. She was getting cocky. I let her. Every time she looked smug, it just made it easier. He was worse. He'd touch my leg while we watched TV, asked me what I wanted for lunch. He looked me in the face like nothing was wrong. He kissed me on the head while knowing exactly what he'd done. I picked the party on purpose. I waited until every person who mattered was in the same room. My parents, our cousins, family friends, aunts who judge everything, uncles who talk too loud, the ones who love drama and the ones who hate it. All of them. I made sure I looked fine. Not overdressed. Not under. Just enough to be invisible until I wasn't. She walked in late. Big coat, flowy dress, hair curled. Smiling. People told her she looked glowing. I didn't say anything. Just watched her walk around and pretend. He came 30 minutes later. Gave me a side hug. I let him. We ate. We toasted. My dad made a speech. Then everyone started mingling. I got up and tapped my glass like I had something cute to say. Everyone looked. I said I wanted to give a quick shout out. Not to my dad, but to my sister. I said I wanted to be the first one to say congrats publicly, since I wasn't supposed to know yet. I said 12 weeks is a big deal. I said she was brave to go through it quietly. And then I said I was sure it would be weird to explain how her baby's father was my boyfriend. But hey, families are complicated. No screaming. No sobbing. Just that. I sat back down and took a bite of cheesecake. Nobody moved at first. Then the murmur started. My mom looked at me like she didn't understand this sentence. My aunt froze with her fork halfway to her mouth. My sister stared at me like I'd hit her with a brick. He didn't say anything. Just stared straight ahead like he could disappear. The room didn't explode. It curdled. My dad walked out without a word. My cousin whispered, "Holy shit," under her breath. I heard someone laugh. Not the good kind. My sister started saying something under her breath, but it didn't matter. Everyone was watching. Everyone saw what I saw. They left. Together. Her head down, his hand on her shoulder. She looked like she wanted to run, but had nowhere to go. I didn't follow. I stayed. Finished dessert. People kept glancing at me like I'd just broken something sacred. Maybe I did. But I wasn't going to let them keep pretending. Not after the lies, the gaslighting, the smug looks, the secret texts I hadn't even seen but could imagine. I didn't care if people thought I was cruel. I wasn't going to stay quiet so they could keep lying. The silence didn't last long. I got the first message on the ride home. From her. Just one sentence. Why would you do that to me? Not a question, more like a demand. Like she couldn't believe I hadn't played along. Like I was supposed to let her grow his baby in peace and pretend I was still the girlfriend. She didn't ask how I found out. She didn't apologize. She didn't deny it. She went straight to guilt. He didn't text until the next day. His was longer. Something about how it wasn't what I thought, how it happened during a bad time in our relationship, how it was complicated, and he didn't want me to find out that way. As if there was a better way. As if there was ever a version of this that wouldn't make him a joke. I didn't answer either of them. I let the messages pile up. One from his friend. One from her friend. Then my mom. She called 3 times in a row. Then sent a long voice note I never opened. Then texted something about not airing family business in front of guests. She didn't ask if I was okay. Just told me I embarrassed her. Said I'd ruin the party. Like the party was the real loss. Then her boyfriend, my boyfriend, posted a picture of his car and tagged a gym. No apology. No accountability. Just vibes. She posted a photo of her stomach with some vague caption about strength and growth. The comments were full of people calling her a warrior. Saying how proud they were. How beautiful her journey was. How amazing it was that she was doing this. On her own. On her own, with my boyfriend holding her purse in the background. I watched the likes go up. Watched her act like she was the one who'd been betrayed. Watched people who knew what happened still call her brave. That's when it stopped being just a betrayal and started feeling like erasure. Like they weren't just lying. They were rewriting everything. So I posted the screenshot of the appointment calendar. Her name, his name. The date. No caption. Just that. Let people put it together. Let the timeline speak. People message me. Some with fake concern. Some saying they had a feeling. One friend told me she saw them hugging too long at my birthday party, but didn't want to start anything. Another one said she saw him driving her to work once and thought it was weird. Everyone was so wise in hindsight. They unfollowed me after that. Both of them. Blocked me, actually. Deleted comments. Closed DMs. My sister told our family I was jealous and unstable. That I was always competitive with her. That I was just bitter because I couldn't hold on to a man. She said I was obsessed. That I needed help. She made me sound unwell. Dangerous. Like I'd made the whole thing up. She still hadn't admitted it directly. Not once. She was counting on everyone forgetting. On people being too tired for drama. On them eventually accepting the new story, that I was bitter, and she was just moving on with someone who treated her better. That's how it works in families like mine. The louder you are, the crazier they paint you. The quieter you are, the faster you get replaced. So I got quiet, but not in the way they wanted. I started collecting things. Screenshots. Bank transactions. Her texts about my boyfriend before they were ever a thing. Receipts. I found the stupidest stuff. Like her borrowing my perfume and texting him about how it smelled like me. A message where she said, "Don't worry, she's clueless." Another where he sent her a picture of my bedroom and called it hers now. I could have shared them right away, but I didn't. I waited again. Because if there's one thing they hate more than being exposed, it's being exposed when they think it's over. Our cousin's baby shower came up next. Everyone was going to be there. I RSVP'd yes. I showed up like nothing happened. wore blue, brought a gift, hugged people, laughed. She was already there, posted up with him near the food table. Her stomach was bigger now. He stood behind her with both hands on it like a claim. People smiled at them the way they used to smile at me. I sat across the room and waited for the speeches. Waited until her back was turned. Waited until my mom came over to ask if I was doing better. Then I airdropped every photo, every screenshot, every message to the whole contact list in the shared family thread. 36 people. I hit send and walked out before I saw their faces. In the parking lot, I heard someone yell my name. I didn't stop. I got in the car and drove to the nearest drive-thru and ordered fries like it was any other Saturday. My phone buzzed nonstop. I didn't answer. I let them choke on the evidence. By the next morning, the group chat was silent. She left it. He did too. My mom texted me, "Was that really necessary?" They didn't last. He was out of her place before the baby even hit 6 months. I didn't celebrate it. I just watched it happen like checking the weather, dry, quiet, inevitable. She scrubbed him from her socials. Unfollowed a few family members. Changed her name in the group chat to just an emoji. Posted quotes about growth and cutting off toxic energy. Same cycle every fake person runs when they've been exposed and still want pity. I was invisible again. No texts. No calls. Not even my mother trying to play peacemaker anymore. They wanted to freeze me out. Fine. I let them. Until the baby's first birthday invite showed up. It was a group email. No personal message, just a generic invite link and a note about starting fresh. I stared at it for 10 seconds. Then laughed. They were still acting like this was salvageable. Like I was going to show up, drop a gift on the table, smile for pictures, and pretend I hadn't been replaced. I didn't decline. I didn't answer at all. I did something else. I bought a gift. Wrapped it nice. Wrote "From Auntie" on the tag. Inside the box, I put 2 things. The original sonogram she tried to hide from me, the one I found the day this all started, and a printed copy of the shared calendar entry where she scheduled the prenatal visit with my boyfriend's name on it. I slid both into a manila envelope, sealed it, and taped it to the underside of the lid. Then I added a soft pink baby blanket on top. A real one, not a joke. Nothing about this was a joke. Then I boxed it up, dropped it at the party venue an hour before it started, and left. Didn't stay to watch her open it. Didn't need to. By that night, my phone had blown up. Calls from an unknown number. 2 voicemails, one long, one short. Then a message from my mom that just said, "What the hell is wrong with you?" That one made me laugh. Then my cousin sent a screenshot from the group chat. My sister said I ruined her daughter's birthday. Said I made a mockery of her motherhood. That I crossed a line. That I was mentally unstable. She ended the rant with, "She's dead to me." Finally. Something we could agree on. I never responded. I didn't need to explain myself. I already had. That gift wasn't revenge. It was a reminder. She wanted to act like none of it happened. Like she didn't lie, cheat, and twist everything to make herself the victim. I wasn't going to let her rewrite it. Not for me, not for the baby, not for the people in that room pretending to believe her. She made the mess. I just put a bow on it. I still have the voicemails. Never deleted them. Sometimes I play them just to remember how fast a person can flip from fake sweet to full-blown hate when they don't get what they want. That whole family still acts like I'm the one who ruined everything, but I don't really give a F.